Department, don't just get focused on USAID. There's other doors that need to be shut out there because they're doing, let's see, $39,000 to host seminars in Edinburgh International Book Festival on gender identity, and $48,000 to publish to help educate Polish youth on how to be LGBTQ, and $70,000 to create a U.S.-Irish music to promote DEI in Ireland. And just the list goes on and on and on. I could read these to you for hours, and that I could read to you for hours is the tip of the iceberg, because there's so much that we had to find that stuff. They wouldn't tell us about it.
Well, of course, China is really at the center of all of this conversation. Perhaps we haven't gotten there yet, but they've sort of been the acting force behind so much of this, whether it's fentanyl or otherwise. We've been doing investigations on the show on just how much they've infiltrated our supply chains and exporting products made with forced labor. My father has basically said, you better move manufacturing here, agree to oversight, or else you're going to face consequences. We also see these cheap Chinese retailers like Temu and Shien who like to exploit the loopholes in our trade laws and, enroute, their goods. How do you view the China threat? And, beyond what we're doing right now, which is the short-term fix, what legislation can we implement to actually fix it permanently?
I see the China threat diminishing every single day because of the leadership in America. And let me tell you how I equate those two things going on. So number one, let's talk about where we have reliances upon China. We know that they're far more reliant on wanting to sell their goods into the United States of America than we are them. Sure, there's inputs on American businesses, but I have small companies to large corporations calling me right now saying, hey, what can we do to bring our manufacturing back to the United States of America? How do we bring this back, this back, this back? Is there some incentive to bring it back? Is there some program to help us? Because we're going to bring it back to America. That's the change that President Trump is affecting. All of these from large to small saying, well, we're going to come back here and we're going to help the American worker because we see exactly what's going to take place. That means less reliance on China. But let's bring it to another place that we have in the foreign relations sphere. If you have the appropriate support of allies like Israel, like what we have under your father instead of what we had under Joe Biden, you have an enabled Israel that goes out there and can do things like destroy Iranian energy infrastructure so that we don't have them sending 4 to 6 million barrels of oil from Iran to China a day. That puts China in a pinch. Or if you want to see how they can affect Europe, if they're out there destroying Iranian drone making capabilities, well, that's where Russia's getting a lot of their drones from, is from Iran. Or if they're out there just destroying any Iranian nuclear infrastructure, well, that's good for anybody across the globe that they don't have the capability to produce nuclear weapons. But that's the difference in how your president, how our president, your father, supports our allies, and how he's working to bring business back to the United States of America, make us stronger, make us less reliant.
So